All right. So, Oliver, we just saw that your name's in the paper. Did you see that? Where is it? Can you point at it? Your name? Where's your name? Where is it? Point at it on the screen. You see it? You see it? To the top. Yeah, it's right there. So what do you think of that article, huh?
I put a wolf thing.
Yeah? Did you say that we need that? We need, what do we need?
Article.
Article?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because we have to put me in jail.
We have to put you in jail?
Yeah.
For what?
For bad guys can get bad guys can get me because I'm not in jail. But if I'm jail, bad guys don't get me.
Bad guys don't get you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's cool. And if do you think the bad guys won't get you if you're in jail?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, don't you put the bad guys in jail?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So did you say that? Did you see this where it says Daddy? It says
I didn't see Daddy.
you didn't see my name in there?
No.
Just your name?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second, okay? Let's see. It says, this is the key message. See, it says, Hargy is articulate and well educated with 2 BAs, one in philosophy and one in social work.
I forgot.
You forgot? Okay. So it also says schizophrenic, bipolar, clinically depressed. Too often people become reduced to that label, says Kevin Hargy, but that's not the whole person. There's a human being there. This is the key message Hargy delivered. What do you think about that?
No.
No?
No.
You don't agree?
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should say there's like, they are aliens or something like that?
Yeah. There are aliens.
They're aliens, okay. What if you said, what if Daddy was an alien?
You are an alien.
I'm an alien?
Already.
Already? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's cool. We go on a spaceship. I'll take you to my planet.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Just pretend.
Okay, ready? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast! Oh!
No. Do 5, 4, 3, 1.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay!
Yeah.
No. 5.
Hi. So, where to begin? I just met my uncle, David, after 30 years. The last memory I had of him was when I was probably about 4 years old, and we had gone to Cape Breton, and I visited him at his place, where he lived with Carol and my mom's sister, and yeah, he was always so kind during that visit, and it stayed with me for years. And seeing him again was amazing and different, and yet his kind nature was the same. So yeah, I just saw him yesterday. He's at the Blue Jay game now, enjoying the Blue Jay game, and here in Toronto, and it was a great visit with the family, with my mom getting to see him after so long, after a couple of years since she last saw him, and it was really great. The other thing about it was that since the last time I saw him, I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and a lot has happened in my life. But something that this film is going to be about is exploring how we record things and how we tell people things. And I was there yesterday, and I didn't tell David I had schizophrenia. And yet, David was there with his in Toronto with a group that he lives with, and from a group home, and David has schizophrenia, or has a diagnosis of schizophrenia. So, yeah, and what that means to people in this society is not always agreed upon. It's not always said with one voice, is it? But maybe this film will explore that, and maybe I'll find the time to tell him I have schizophrenia. This is schizophrenia like me. In 2014, I made a film entitled Here. It made its way into theater, but was only seen by a few. Guattari proposed that we reclaim the word schizophrenia, marking moments, understanding the schizzes and the flows, understanding desire and production in terms of limits and in terms of non-limits. Yet Deleuze often complained that the hospital is where you found the artificial schizophrenic. He derisively called the artificial schizophrenic the limp rag. Yet desire flows in the hospital, outside and in. It is all part of one discourse. Eros. So I wrote to David, and I told him the truth.
A little bit
what is the truth? Clearly, it's not a diagnosis, a smooth ordering of bodies for the state machine. We all have our nouns, which give various powers to various factions in society. But what matters most is our true names, not the names that filter through the third predictable rerun episode of Criminal Minds, but our true selves, when the heart and mind are one. In the West, we think of ourselves as having one identity. If we break that mold, we're in for trouble. So
I
we
wrote
seek
this
out
letter
medical advice.
on the basis
We get a more fucked up
that,
identity than the one we
medically
broke out
speaking,
of.
there's more than one of me.
Perhaps we should take heed
There
of
is my
examples
body
they set in
that is
other
situated
places,
in
like
relation to
Japan.
health.
They
Hello,
invented a
my
new
name is
identity,
Kevin Hargy. I'm a
integration
filmmaker,
disorder.
currently working on a film that is
Hopefully,
related to the claim I am making.
with the progress
My uncle
we
David
believe we
Boudreau
have,
was diagnosed with schizophrenia
if there
in his
is
teens.
progress,
I was diagnosed nearly 20 years
integration
ago.
disorder won't just
I
become
recently
another
met him
name
at a
for
family gathering after 30
schizophrenia.
years. I was surprised that my mother never shared
In
the
any
information
case,
with him that I was diagnosed. I
I
know
ask
she
you
did
to
it from the
consider
heart,
this.
not wishing to impose the many genetic hypotheses
change
of current science on
institutions?
him, and sparing me the issues
Should we
surrounding
change
disclosure to a family member who only heard
our
of my
family?
successes. It is an extremely difficult
we change
situation for
ourselves
anyone to be in, and I
work
thank her for the opportunity of
towards
having met
integration
him without all the
of all
labels.
things
I believe because of the stigma associated with
that we consider
schizophrenia and the label
valuable
itself, this created an
and
unnecessary
precious?
stigma related to a rather simple health problem. In Japan, the Japanese government